Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to all my wonderful and juicy and delicious little subscribers out there. And how I love you all so, and I hope that you're all super duper well, super duper wonderful and super duper delicious, and that life is treating you oh so deliciously wherever you are. So 3, 2, 1, beam me up my juicy little lads. Thank you, little lads, you're delicious and bright. Now then, it's night time in our neck of the woods in the old UK. I'd say it's about 9:45 in the evening, 9:45 p.m. It's rather cold outside. It's very frosty. Okay, my delicious little babies. Shows the state of affairs in our neck of the woods in the old UK, shall we say? Okay, because in different places, you know, in the world, there seems to be different events, doesn't there, my delicious babies? Now then, I wasn't going to put out another video today, but well, now it's this evening, but I've changed my mind. Now I've got one thing that I'd like you to look at, my delicious little babies, okay? Then I'm going to do a couple of readings, then I'm not going to be doing any readings tomorrow, okay, my delicious babies, simply because I do not feel like it, okay? So that's not being rude, disrespectful or anything, okay, my delicious little babies, that's just how I feel. Now then, so this one, my delicious little babies, this is on YouTube, okay? And I'll say it now. Night, night, sleep tight, watch the bed bugs, don't bite. Okay, my delicious babies, because as we all very well know, we do not want to be eating bugs. Okay, my delicious little babies, so this is on YouTube, my delicious little babies, okay? And this uploader, first time I've seen it actually, this will be a one-off, okay, my delicious little babies. This uploader happens to have 1.03 million subscribers, my delicious little babies. Came up on my YouTube, okay, because I look at a lot of BitChute now. So mainly, I've got to be honest, even though I upload videos on YouTube, I mainly look at BitChute, okay, my delicious little babies. So, you know, I've edged myself more towards that side, okay, so where I can click on the likes, that's what I'll do, okay, my delicious babies. Now then, yes, 1.03 million. Now, the uploader is called Yen, Y for yellow, E for Echo, N for November, and then V for Victor, Y for Yankee, VY channel. So it's Yen VY channel. Okay, my delicious babies. Now, for some of you delicious little babies, you may have heard of them. Okay, my delicious babies, but me personally, I haven't. Okay. Now, this video should read, okay, my delicious babies, Tucker Carlson, yeah, tonight, yeah, Tucker again. I mentioned him earlier today, didn't I? My delicious baby seems to be getting there we are everywhere, doesn't he? My delicious little babies. Tucker Carlson tonight. First 15:24, like I said, with the over the pond in America, they seem to do things backwards, whereas I feel that the British do things forwards. Do you know what I mean? So to us, it would be the 15th, which is the day, and the 1st, which is the month, and then the year, okay? They tend to do things a different way, almost like we know who seems to think that they're pretty special, you know, because they do everything a different way. Do you see what I mean, my delicious babies? Well, as I'd say, everybody's the same. Okay, my delicious little babies, nobody's better than nobody. But in this case, the first 15:24. Okay, like I said, totally backwards, which seems to be the way that the world seems to be going at the moment, okay? They seem to be wanting, even though everybody wants to move forwards, they seem to be wanting to send everybody backwards, okay, my delicious babies? And by the way, I'm not putting down at all the Americans, okay? It's not their fault that it got shot who are supposedly leading them, okay, my delicious babies? Tucker Carlson, January 15, 2024. That's what the video should read. I'll just repeat once again. I do get carried away sometimes. Tucker Carlson tonight, 1/15/24, Tucker Carlson, January 15, 2024. Okay, mad delicious babies, and yeah. Now, there's a reason why I'm mentioning this video, mad delicious babies, and you're probably wondering why, actually. Well, I'm going to explain the reason why, because when you watch the start of the video, okay, mad delicious babies is a man who, you know, comes onto the video, okay, and it's going to remind you of the UK, you know, like where they seem to be taught a certain way, the putrid effing UK government, where they all talk, and yes, and okay, mad delicious babies. Now, me personally, for some of you, you may have seen this man before, but I personally have not. No? And, but it's just amazing, isn't it, when, you know, one's come out and then, you know, all of a sudden they start talking about what's gone on in the, you know, in the past 4 years. Do you know what I mean? Nearly 4 years, my delicious little baby's 4 years, okay? And, you know, but at the start of it, it's like a sarcasm. It's really, there we are, it's really hard for me to explain, okay? But, you know, when you can, there we are, ding, ding, dong, dong, see through things now. Do you see what I mean? And I've seen it very, very, very clearly. I thought, you see you? I thought, have you not got a flipping effing noddle of your own? Do you know what I mean, my delicious little babies? Anyway, I wanted to point this out. There we are. I wanted to make sure it's pointed out. But I also do, over the weeks and months, I also, there we are, highlight things. Do you see what I mean, my delicious babies, okay? It's a bit like ones, there we are, they seem to pop out or come out of the woodwork. Do you see what I mean? When others who have very sadly, like our beautiful dear little, God rest his beautiful dear little soul, not in that way with anybody, okay? Very sadly went to his passing, Dr. Buttar. Okay, my delicious little babies. When we look at Brandy Vaughan, she went through an awful time, and very sadly, God bless her, she's no longer here. When we look at the one who I was talking about earlier, I still cannot... Oh, it's back in my book, my delicious babies. God bless that dear gentleman's dear little soul, okay? Who's away at the moment. Well, he was done standing up for things, okay? Then you've got Dr. Tenpenny. Well, she got into trouble. Then you've got the top doctor in Australia who's mentioning things. He had his licence. Do you see it to me? So when I see this, my delicious little babies, there we are. I just want to highlight things. Do you see? And there's another video that I posted, which I did, out to everybody in my dog and burn. I'm not going to say the dear lady's name, okay? But she's another doctor, and she was there right at the very beginning. I'm not going to say her name, okay? Well, she ended up with her boyfriend or husband. They were in a tiny little plane, you know, one of these tiny little planes together, and then it crashed. My delicious little babies, okay? So we never seen her since. I do believe she's still alive. God bless her beautiful dear little soul, as far as I'm aware, okay? But then she came straight off the scene. Are you following me? Do you see where I'm getting at, my delicious little babies? Yes, okay? So, you know, there's been many, there we are, I'm sorry to have to use this saying, there's been many sacrifices, there we are, along the way on this journey, awful journey, my delicious little babies. I mean, I know that, you know, everybody has a different view, you know, it's an exciting time to be alive. Okay, I get what... Do you understand? I really do get, okay? Because I'm looking at every different angle here. Do you see what I mean, my delicious babies? But at the same time, there's been so much, there we are, sacrifices, so much sadness, so many who you've lost, who spurt the truth, who are very sadly no longer here with us, my delicious babies. And this is why I feel, and it's what I know, that we, you know that song, you know, from Freddie Mercury, show must go on, yeah, yeah. because of what he went through as well, my delicious little babies, okay? So he was told that he had AIDS, okay, my delicious little babies. And at that time, I mean, we're going back a good number of decades now, my delicious little babies. And really, I do not know anybody who was not frightened of it. But something that caught my attention with that, my delicious babies, and that was when Princess Diana went to, where did she go to now? It was where the Minefields was as well. God bless her. And she was touching their hand, she was doing everything. Well, really, that was Ding Ding Dong Dong telling us, do you see what I mean, my delicious little babies, okay? That all of this, because there is not one single piece of paper in the world, my delicious babies, which proves that AIDS ever existed. Do you see what I mean, my delicious little babies? Are you following me? Okay, yet the way I'm seeing it is, and my video should not come down for this, it should not, okay? But the fact of the matter is that if you look, it's the same format, isn't it? My delicious, there we are, Ding Ding Dong Dong, there we are, the same format. It's like when somebody passed away decades ago, oh, HIV, AIDS. Do you see me? I mean, we lost. I mean, God bless that dear gentleman's dear little soul. God bless you, dear Freddie Mercury. We lost a fabulous artist. Yes, we did. My delicious little babies, it's like you could never like listen to Queen now and have the same feeling, because it just wouldn't be the same. They've lost the main man. Do you see what I mean, my delicious little babies? Do you see? Anyway, so it's like the second time around, you know, and then they bring out, you know what, my delicious little babies, okay? And what goes down? What goes down? So I've got to be careful about what I say now, my delicious babies. Are you following me? Okay, that's the only trace of paper. Other than that, there is no other trace of paper. Do you see how, there we are, Ding Ding Dong Dong, how they played this now? Do you see, my delicious little babies? Putrid. Absolutely putrid. But I want you to look at the start of this. Anyway, so far through the video, it's not long, my delicious babies. I think it's about 20 minutes long. And then there's a woman there talking about the truckers. Okay, and to do with Germany and everything, okay, and to do with food and to do with everything else, okay, to do with farmers, okay, my delicious babies. But I wanted you to look at this just so you can see how they're trained. Do you see what I mean? And it's like, you know, when somebody's sort of sniggering, it makes you feel like effing projecting, it makes you feel like being sick when you watch it. But that came up on my feed, my delicious babies, and I thought, you know what, I thought, I'm going to flipping be done saying this. Do you see what I mean, my delicious babies? I just need to have a sip of my coffee, please, and thank you. Yeah, so that's ticked off, close my book. So yeah, so let's look at an elastic band, shall we? You know, like you can stretch it and stretch it and stretch it. You know, like until you cannot stretch it anymore. You know, your arse go cockard. Do you know what I mean? Because you're too busy focusing. Do you see what I mean, my delicious babies? But then after a while, do you see what I mean, my delicious babies? In other words, things, there we are. Ding, ding, dong, dong can only stretch so far. Do you see what I mean, my delicious little babies? Yes. Now then, I want to talk about something else. So I was sparing thought today, because if you have to think, it means no, my delicious babies, okay? That's the way it's always been in my life anyway. If I've had to think about something, or somebody's asked me something and I say, oh, let me think about that, or that usually means no, okay? It means no go. Do you know what I mean? Or, well, I'm not really going to spare a thought for that anymore. Do you understand what I mean? Because you only spare a thought, don't you? When you really spare a thought. Do you see what I mean? Yes? But my thoughts was, you know, our beautiful dear little Gonzalo Lira, who passed away on the 12th of January 2024, my delicious babies. I do believe, was it after 12 p.m. midday, my delicious little babies, okay? I could be slightly wrong in that. I do not believe I am, actually, okay, my delicious babies, but I want to keep his memory alive, okay? What was he saying? Know what's going on. Do you see what I mean, my delicious babies? And what I was really pleased to hear, there was another couple of uploaders, my delicious little babies, on a bit shoot, and they come out with his saying, God bless their beautiful dear little souls. Do you know what I mean? And God bless, our beautiful dear little Gonzalo. Do you know what I mean, my delicious babies? Know what's going on. Do you see what I mean? Okay, so we want to keep his spirit alive. I'm just rather disappointed that more are not covering this. There we are. Okay, my delicious babies, because far more, there we are, should be covering this. Do you see what I mean? But there's only, it seems, a select number who are covering it. And for that, can I please say to you all, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. So much love to you all, my delicious little babies, for doing that, okay? But I wanted to know, because our beautiful little Gonzalo Lira, who you can find on YouTube, my delicious babies, you can watch his videos, okay? And believe you me, you see his videos now then, okay? There we are. They come to pass, okay? There we are. My delicious little babies, it will all, there we are, come to pass. Okay, my delicious little babies, it may not be apparent now, but it will, there we are, come to pass. Okay, my delicious little babies, just like when I do readings, sometimes it can happen very quickly and someone can say, oh yes, which they have done, ding, ding, dong, dong, over the years, and they can say, but you know what, Carla, that's just happened, ding like that. But other times, could take 3 or 4 months, could take a year, could take 2 years, do you know what I mean? But they never ever forget. Okay, my delicious little babies, and that's ding, ding, dong, dong, the important thing here. Do you see what I mean? But what I was sparing thought for, I thought, well, I remember when our beautiful dear little Gonzalo Lira, he was writing a book. And what my thoughts was, well, did he finish the book? And because somebody, somebody would have to, very sadly, as with any very sad situation, go into somebody's home to go and, remove items. Do you understand what I mean? But I'm hoping and praying, dear God, Jesus Christ of Nazareth, that our beautiful dear little Gonzalo Lira, that he put his book somewhere else. He's, you know what I mean? That he was writing. Do you see what I mean, my delicious babies? Yes, okay? Because somebody else gets hold of it. Well, what's that saying? He just came into me noddle. It was yesterday, actually, but I never thought about it, and I was doing a video today. And I thought, gosh, what about his book? Because he was writing a book. Do you say? So, yeah. I still find it hard to believe, when you, I don't know. It's like you think, well, am I in another zone or something? There we are. Do you understand what I mean? Am I just, like when I first heard it, and I never believed it, and I thought, am I in a different zone? You know what I mean, my delicious babies, okay? And then very lastly, I just want to talk about flamingos. So like outside my front door, I have this plaque. It's like a plaque with my number of my door on it, and it's got flamingos, my delicious little babies. Well, of course, that does mean, peace and harmony, you know what I mean? And then, you can help somebody else and guard them. Do you see what I mean, my delicious babies? But when I bought it, I was very drawn to it. And something else I want to just mention, because when I was really little, Okay, that it sort of took me back decades, and I feel that that's why I chose that plaque, My Delicious Babies. I never thought about it at first, because I thought, well, you know, like when you're looking at plaques, you know, like different plaques, door plaques, and I thought, well, why am I, you know, and I looked at all the other ones and I thought, no, I do not like you very much, you know what I mean? But then I come across this one and I thought, I spotted it and I thought, yes, that's the one for my front door. Do you know what I mean? Outside my front door, okay? My Delicious Babies. But I remember when we went to, with my dad, our first ever holiday, which was, we couldn't afford to go on a plane, My Delicious Babies, my dad, God bless. Because I will say that, God bless him. Do you know what I mean? He took us on holidays, but we could not afford to go on a plane when we were really young. Like I said, I'm 59. And our first ever holiday was Calella in Spain. Okay, My Delicious Little Babies, yes, okay. And we went in these apartments, I'll never forget. And but there was something to do with flamingos. There we are. There was something to do with flamingos then, and it's only sort of just. I mean, even when I was getting the plaque, it's like I felt like I was drawn to, you know, to get this particular plaque, this door plaque with my number, you know, my door number. You know, because you choose your own door number. But anyway, well, that's quite obvious to you all, My Delicious Babies, so I'm not being rude or, you know, or anything there. But then I thought, well, what's my connection to... Do you understand what I mean? But yeah, it was in Calella, yes, I'll never forget, yes. And I remember because there was a swimming pool right at the top of the apartments, My Delicious Babies, because what we did, we'd have our breakfast, you know, in the apartment. We were there for 2 weeks, and we'd have our breakfast and everything. And then sometimes we'd go out for lunch, sometimes not, but then we'd usually go out for our tea. We'd go out and have an evening meal. But flamingos, and it came back to me after all of these years, My Delicious Little Babies, do you say? Okay, anyway. So yeah, I remember that. I also remember as well, My Delicious Babies, which, to be honest with you, I mean, I taught myself to swim, you know, for those of you who have been very kind to, you know, to watch my videos, My Delicious Babies. I taught myself to, you know, to swim from the age of 10. Do you see what I mean, My Delicious Babies, okay? Because we used to go down the swimming baths, do you see what I mean? And then when I used to come out, I used to get myself, you know, like one of these little chicken soups, you know what I mean? So you have a little shower and that, get yourself dressed, and then, you know, have a little chicken soup, you know what I mean? To get something hot in your system, you know what I mean? And then, you know, head back home again, because it was only about 10 minutes away from where I lived. You know, the old swimming baths, God bless you. I can see it now as I'm talking to you, My Delicious Babies. Anyway, so getting back to this now, yeah, and I remember, oh, God bless the beautiful, dear little Ben, but she was disabled, My Delicious Baby. She was Down syndrome, she was. And, sorry, excuse me, so we're all up on top deck, you know, you call it top deck. And what she happened to do, I was just swimming, just as nice as flipping pie, minding my own business. So I was only, what? I was only about 11, and I was just swimming as nice as pie, minding my own business, and all of a sudden she flipping jumped on top of me. And what she did with her weight, okay, she never understood. Do you see what I mean, My Delicious Babies? God love her, but she never... But the way she jumped on me, it's like she jumped on my shoulders and she pushed me down in the water. My Delicious Little Babies, okay, I never forget that. It's just all come back to me after all these years, My Delicious Little Babies. And I remember, because, you know, like when you got that bit of a panic, and I was thinking, I can't breathe. So I was like, you know, and what I was trying to do was push her back up. Do you understand what I mean? To get her off me. Do you see what I'm saying? But the way she jumped on me, she never thought she was doing, there we are, anything wrong. But to me, and I was only a really tiny friend, whereas with this young lass, she was a bit larger than myself. Do you see what I mean? So a weight that comes straight down on me. I thought, flip me, I thought I'm going to drown. Do you understand what I mean, my delicious babies? Anyway, so eventually, you know, I just really, with all my might, do you understand? I'll never forget it. And it just came back to me. There we are. After all that time, all those decades, my delicious babies, but I've managed to push her off in the end. And I did apologise. But honestly, my dad's seen how frightened I was. He said, are you all right, Cal? I said, I'm all right, you know what I mean? But I'll tell you what, I felt so flipping grateful and thankful just to flipping breathe. Do you see what I mean, my delicious babies? I never forget that, you know. But that was decades ago, my delicious babies. But you know, and you've got a heavy weight on you, and you've got to find a way to push it back up again. Well, that's what happens. Yeah, and it's all to do with something to do with, I'm trying to think now, because me noddle now, when I'm going back in time, decades in time, and I'm looking that we go down a narrow street, because I remember in Killala, a cow run over my flipping feet, my delicious babies, because they were like narrow roads. Flipping went over my feet, right? My dad never even felt sorry for me. He said, oh, just stop moaning. Do you know what I mean? Just get a move on. Do you know, I think it was the tyres have just run over my bloody feet. It flipping hurt that, did you know? Right? But my dad just thought, oh, she'd just been a flipping hypochondriac. Well, it wasn't a flipping hypochondriac. Not when your flipping feet can flipping, your toes can flipping flat. Do you know what I mean, Martin? Anyway, that's just where my dad was. He was just very hard on us, my delicious babies. He's just an ex-army man, do you understand me? That's just, there we are, that's just the way he was. Do you understand what I mean, okay? But there's something to do with, and we went to an ice cream shop. I can see it now. I can see it now. It wasn't far from the beach. And I went and got a chocolate, you know, one of those great big massive cones, and you get like these scoops of chocolate. And anyway, what happened was I flipping, so I had me like bit of spending money, you know. You remember when you used to put it round your neck and it used to look like that, so then you used to unscrew it and then you used to have your little change in it. So our dad used to give us just a little bit of spending like each day and what you wanted to spend it on. And I thought, well, I want to go and get a chocolate ice cream because, you know, that's, you know, my favourite. So even though I do not have a sweet tooth, but from time to time I may have a little bit of a hot chocolate or a little bit of chocolate ice cream. Do you know what I mean? I'd have to say extremely rare, okay, my delicious babies. But when I was this, I thought, oh, I'll have that. And then, of course, you know, your man there handed me the cone and I flipping dropped the flipping ice cream, didn't I? My dad went flipping ballistic at me. He went flipping ballistic, right? And, you know, but the poor man, you know, behind the counter, he said, it's all right, you know what I mean? And just got me another one, do you see what I mean? When my dad said, look what you're doing, look what you do. Oh, he's so strict, honestly. No joke. My dad was, oh. He wouldn't see that it was just an accident. Do you understand what I mean? He would not see it that way. The way my dad's noddle was, it's look where you're going, look what you're doing. Do you understand what I mean? Yes, okay, but not seeing that, you know, little bends, you know, you can have a little accident. Do you understand what I mean? He never saw it that anyway. I got me ice cream anyway. So, but there's something to do with the flamingos. That's Killala in Spain. There we are, my delicious babies. I cannot explain what I mean, but I know what I mean, okay? But when we look at the symbolism of flamingos, you only have to look on DuckDuckGo, my delicious babies, search engine of your choice, but I choose DuckDuckGo, quack quack go, and then you just have to type in, you know, what does flamingos represent, and then it will come up, my delicious babies, and you can read it for yourself. Do you see? They're actually very beautiful, you know, birds. You know what I mean? They're so beautiful. Do you understand what I mean? But if you look at it, like most beautiful little birdies, they want to be left in peace there, don't they? They don't want you coming too close, because if you come too close, they're you know, they get frightened. Do you see what I mean, my delicious babies? So you have to just leave it, just admire the beauty, you know. But I always say, you know, there comes a time in life with anything, you know, where you do get to get close to little birdies. Do you see what I mean? Like, I can get pretty close to man, but the only problem is I cannot get a flipping photograph of them, can I? My delicious babies, because they flipping fly away, do you say? But I can go a little bit close if my beautiful and delicious little Ruby Tuesday and my beautiful and delicious little Maisie Moot, if they're not there, then our beautiful little birdies will come close. But if they're there, they get frightened, do you see what I mean? And then, you know, they just fly away, do you see what I mean? But yes, anyway, that's all I wanted to say. Lights off, my delicious little babies. I'll do another couple of readings now, and then that's me done for the night. Okay, my delicious little babies. I just thought I'd just mention that. But yeah, I mean, you know, I love, like, I hope somebody's thinking about me. I hope it's juicy and delish. But yeah, I love little flaming. I love any kind of little birdies, my delicious little babies. I love anything. Do you understand what I mean? I just think everything's so beautiful, isn't it? Nature, beautiful little animals, beautiful little birdies, beautiful little creatures, great and small. You know, they're all beautiful, aren't they? Do you know what I mean, my delicious babies? I'm just not very keen on snakes. I've got to be honest with you, my delicious babies. I'm flipping, well, not when one nearly flipping strangled me. No, not when I was flipping little. Do you know what I mean? I was not very flipping liking that at all. My delicious little babies, do you know what I mean? Teachers found it highly hilarious. Mind you, the teachers are doing many things now, aren't they? My delicious little babies, and just follow the leaders. Well, the best thing that anybody can do, my delicious little babies, if they're parents, God bless, okay? Number one, they need to be keeping a check on what's going on in the schools, because I've been hearing many things, my delicious little babies, okay? And also, if the parents are not liking or not happy with the service that they're receiving at the schools, okay, my delicious babies, not only in our UK, but elsewhere around the world, my delicious babies, sorry, excuse me, please remove your little burns. Do you know what I mean? There must be somebody who can help somewhere. Jesus, well, obviously, as long as everybody's kosher, you know, there's nothing wrong there. Do you understand that? I do not mean that in a nasty way or disrespectful way. I'm just saying that you have to have somebody around your little bairns who you can trust. Oh, that's just reminded me, my delicious little babies, I've seen on BitChute, haven't I? My delicious little babies. Oprah Winfrey, apparently. She's, what is it? She's only according to what I'd heard, she's been threatened with a life sentence or something to do with associating with paedophiles and what they're called, human trafficker. Well, you know what they flipping named it, child traffickers, sorry. Yeah. Well, I'm not surprised, because there we are, ding, ding, dong, dong, many years ago, okay? There we are. We've seen how your woman there operated, there we are. You seen how she operated? So you knew she was working, there we are, ding, ding, dong, dong, for somebody. Do you see what I mean, my delicious little baby? So this is no surprise. But anyway, if we look at it, it's just another distraction, you know, to distract us from, you know, what's going on, when the real things, like one's going around, shall we just say, murdering others, that seems to be perfectly, according to some, acceptable. Well, it's not acceptable to us, my delicious little babies, and this must be, there we are, put a stop to. There we are, as quickly as possible. This, as far as I'm concerned, has gone on, there we are, long enough. Okay, my delicious little babies, but yes, according to what I'd heard, yes. So they're saying, well, I'm not shocked at all. My delicious little babies are hearing that. Not at all. Do you say? And when you look at a lot of them, what they've all been up to in Hollywood now and all these things now, do you see what I mean, okay? And then when you get the ones who tell the truth, well, you know, they get sort of kicked out, don't they? You know, they're no longer wanna be my gang, yeah? Oh, yeah. You know, so once they tell the truth, they get booted out, isn't it? Do you see? And then you got the others who, very sadly, you know, who want to look young and want to get energy, shall we say, that they'll use something which begins with an A and ends with an E. My delicious little babies, okay? Chrome on the end. Okay, my delicious little babies, so that's the end of my video. So good night, God bless, sleep tight once again, okay? Watch the bed bugs, don't bat. Okay, and so much love to you. Okay, please sleep well. I'll just get these couple of readings done now. I'm not going to do any videos tomorrow. I'm just not in the mood for it. Okay, it's just best that I just got it out of the way today. Okay, but yeah, please, you know, please enjoy the little flamingos. Please enjoy any little birdies and everything. Do you know what I mean? Because they're all so beautiful. It's nature. You know, and all I want to do is just, you know, stand there and just be left alone. That, you know, they do not need all the flipping grief of flipping, you know, everybody coming near to them and flipping stressing them out. Do you know what I mean, my delicious babies? Okay, but oh, they're so beautiful. It just reminded me Calella in Spain, and to do with the flamingos. There was something to do with the flamingos, okay, and it cast my mind all the way back, okay, and I cannot explain what it is. Anyway, my delicious baby, so much love. God bless. So much love to you all. Rest well. Have a beautiful night's sleep, okay? You just take care now. Thank you for listening.